Get ready for an epic night. That's what Triple H said. I done learned my lesson at this point. Don't listen to a damn thing Triple H says. So Royal Rumble 2026 is now in the books, and yeah, I got quite a bit to say. Oh yeah, I got quite a bit to say. So without further ado, let's talk about the 2026 Royal Rumble, the pros, the cons, the mixed emotions, and what I think about it going forward. So let's get to it, I guess. I'm not even going to start with pros this time. I'm going to jump right into the cons of the 2026 Royal Rumble. And for starters, I'm going to say the build. There was, in my opinion, there really wasn't much of a build for this entire Royal Rumble. I mean, you had people announcing their participation through like social media and stuff, not even like going to the show to announce it. And I think, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of that at all. Like the way Roman and Brock announced that they'd be in it. It's like, you need to take this like super serious. This is your chance to go to WrestleMania. So no, I was already not on board with that there. Now, another con I got to say about this show is more of this masked man bullshit that we keep getting. Like with the vision and everything. It's like, this is overdone. And at the Royal Rumble, I mean, if you're going to do the masked man shit after the attack on Braun Breaker at the beginning, pull off the mask and let us know who you are. Quit stalling around. This is the road to WrestleMania, you know? That's how I feel about that. I'm over the whole masked man thing. Seriously. It's time to drop that. My third con is this shitty crowd. Like, these pops were hit or miss. Mostly a miss. I mean, yeah, you had, like, good pops for Trick Williams, for Brie Bella. I don't really know why the hell Brie Bella got such a pop, but whatever. It is what it is. I think, Chelsea Green's pop was decent. I believe the crowd was even, like, singing with Chelsea's music, so that was fine. I kind of even remember them singing a Solo's theme. But most of these pops were, like, mid as fuck. This Saudi crowd, like, I think at the last show they might have been okay, but this crowd they ain't been doing it for me. So I wasn't a big fan of the pops, like, at all. I gotta say another con was Cody Rhodes' elimination. Now, am I the biggest fan of Cody Rhodes? No, I don't hate the guy, but I'm not the biggest fan of him. But his elimination was kind of stupid. With the whole Drew interference and stuff. I'm kind of over people that aren't in the Rumble, like, causing the eliminations. It's not going to hurt the superstar to get eliminated. It's not killing your push or nothing. It's an over-the-top rope thing. You're not going to get buried from a Royal Rumble elimination. So I didn't like Cody Rhodes' elimination at all. One of my biggest complaints, and I complain about this all the time, is that stupid-ass run-it-back yeet crap that Jey Uso keeps doing. No wonder your title reign didn't work out, man, because you keep clowning around. Now, I'll admit, like, from, like, 2023 until, like, a couple of months ago, I was a huge Jey Uso fan. I mean, for photo ops and stuff, this was, like, my number one photo op when I went to Royal Rumble. But I'm tired of the running it back. Stop playing around. Jey Uso is just coming across as, like, a complete clown. And I was actually, like, honored to see, like, Roman Reigns just flat out deck him right in his face for clowning and running it back and being stupid. You go from winning the Royal Rumble last year to doing this crap, I'm glad you're not going back to WrestleMania. Especially not in the title picture. I mean, even though you were Royal Rumble winner last year, you headlined it. I mean, not headlined it, you opened it up. And speaking of stupid eliminations, Brock Lesnar's elimination. What the hell was up with Brock Lesnar getting eliminated during an entrance? That was absolutely stupid. I think he might even got eliminated during Jey Uso's entrance. I'm not 100% sure. But all I know is, like, Brock was eliminated while somebody else was making their way out to the ring. I believe it was Jey Uso. I mean, and this is the guy that took out Obafemi after Oba had such a strong showing. And this is the way he gets eliminated. But again, I'm not a big fan of Brock Lesnar either, but this was not the right call here. And while we're talking about Obafemi, Oba not being the one to throw out Brock Lesnar, I think was a total miss. The only way this is going to work is if we get like Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania and Oba gets him back by beating him in a pinfall. But seeing like as though what we've been saying from Brock Lesnar, I'm not expecting Brock Lesnar to put over Obafemi at all. I mean, Brock is the guy that's taken the title belt off of every single black champion. So I don't know. I don't see it right now. Liv Morgan's poor selling of the Soul Snatcher. And maybe I can kind of like hold Tiffany Stratton at fault for this too. So you come down to the final three people and, Soul Ruka hits a Soul Snatcher on both Tiffany Stratton and Liv Morgan. But as she like gets ready for the elimination, somehow Liv is like powered back up to throw Soul Ruka out and Tiffany Stratton. I cannot stand not selling finishers. I hate that. And especially, come on, Liv Morgan. Liv is tiny. If anything, they should have just had like Soul Ruka go up for the Soul Snatcher and like Liv shove her off the top rope or something. But the no selling thing, man, I mean, I had a problem with Alexa Bliss doing this for a long time. And I feel like you get this quite a bit with the smaller like female wrestlers, the poor selling. I don't understand it at all. See if I can think of another con here. Oh, the surprises. What was up with that? Like, I mean, they might have said like a while ago we're not really going to get any surprises there. So I don't know if I could really count this one, but you got La Parka in there as a surprise. I mean, you didn't even have Finn Balor in here at all. Not that he would have been a surprise, but he should have been in here. I mean, no Chris Jericho, I get that. No Paige. Save him for a better time. I get it. I don't know if Saudi Arabia would have been the place to do this either, but there really was like no surprises here. Nothing worth bragging about. And my last con is actually, no, I got two more cons. The stupid ass crap with the lights, like on the seating. That made it look almost like the Thunderdome. It looked like people were not sitting there at all. This looked like a Thunderdome Royal Rumble. So the presentation I thought was pretty bad too. And I got a big problem with Brie Bella being in this because now it seems like Nikki Bella's not even a heel anymore. She was not healing it out at all in this Royal Rumble. And she's supposed to be the heel. When she turned on Stephanie Vaquer or whatever. And it's like, what are y'all doing now? Do we not know how to tell stories anymore? I'm probably going to, catch some serious heat for this one because, the Bellas got cheered like crazy. But I still think this was dumb. You still got to stick with the script. You still got to, you're playing a character. Stick with that. I'm so tired of that. I'm sick of the character breaking. It pissed me off when The Rock did it when they did that Raw on Netflix debut, and it pissed me off here too. So now I guess we can go on to the mixed emotions next. So now let's get to the mixed reactions. My first one is on Liv Morgan winning. I already caught a ton of people shit talking because of what I said regarding this online. Everybody, oh, well, what did you expect and this and that? Okay, I get it. Liv was the obvious choice to win. It doesn't necessarily mean I gotta agree with everything, or it doesn't mean I gotta like it. I'm free to feel however I want to. I ain't been a fan of Liv Morgan for a while. I never did like this whole stupid storyline with Dom. I get it. It works for some people. It don't work for me. So, Liv Morgan winning was not something I wanted to see. I don't. Especially, like I said, in the earlier, cons. The no-selling. I have this huge problem with Liv Morgan doing that. And then, it's just, all these random, oblivion finishing moves she just hits all the time. They just come out of nowhere. Even when she's been getting whooped the whole damn match. Seems to happen like crazy. The only, way I'll be okay with Liv winning is if we get Raquel winning the championship on Monday. They could go Liv Morgan versus Raquel versus Stephanie Vaquer, but I don't want to see a triple threat match. Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of like one person winning the Rumble? That was some crap they could have did when like Lex Luger and Bret Hart won it. They could have went that route for like with the whole Yokozuna thing. They could have just did a triple threat. Now, another thing I'm got mixed feelings about is AJ Styles' loss. And the reason it's mixed is because he didn't take his gloves off and set him in the ring. So that just makes me believe that maybe he's just going to finish this thing out with TNA. Or for all I know, maybe even AEW. I don't know. But I was kind of okay with the way they did the AJ Styles thing. I wasn't like proud of it, but I wasn't like really against it either. Drew versus Sami Zayn was just a so-so match to me, so that's why I'm kind of mixed on that one too. It was just okay. It wasn't nothing worth bragging about. I already knew Sami Zayn wasn't going to win. I didn't want that to happen anyway. Drew McIntyre is actually my favorite WWE superstar on SmackDown right now, with the exception of Carmelo Hayes. So I was okay with that. Brie Bella. Mixed on it because while it did get a pop, it didn't make a whole lot of sense for Nikki Bella's story, in my opinion. So that was why I'm mixed on it, because although it got a pop from the Saudi Arabian crowd, it didn't make a whole lot of story sense because Nikki was like all of a sudden back to playing a babyface, which I thought was very stupid. Make up your mind. I also have mixed feelings on Oba Femi being tossed by Brock Lesnar, as I stated earlier. The only way I'm okay with this is if it sets up Oba versus Brock at WrestleMania and Oba Femi gets him back. That'll be the only way I'm okay with this. I'm also mixed on no Carmelo Hayes in the Royal Rumble. The only thing that kind of makes me okay with this is the fact that he defended his title on SmackDown the night before. I have mixed feelings on no Jericho. Like I said, Saudi Arabia might not be the place for this. Same deal with Bianca Belair and same deal with Paige. So as far as I'm concerned, that's everything I have a mixed reaction about right now. Now I guess it's time to get into the stuff that I actually did like. The stadium. The design of the stadium, they cooked with that there. It was just kind of stupid that they had the lights in place of like where people were sitting, because then it looked like a Thunderdome. But the overall look of the stadium, I thought that was badass. Another pro is that Oba Femi was on beast mode in this Royal Rumble. You know, he was killing it with the eliminations and stuff, and of course that got shut down by Brock Lesnar. But, you know, they let Oba Femi cook for a bit, so I was all right with that. I actually thought Powerhouse Hobbs was a pro. The Powerhouse Hobbs, basically how the Titantron said Powerhouse Hobbs, and then it transitioned into the Royce Keys thing. I thought that was actually pretty dope. And then, you know, the fact that he eliminated Damian Priest, you know, I think that's a pretty decent showing for a debut. So I was all good with Royce Keys too. I liked the crowd was singing Chelsea Green's song. I was definitely cool with that, being as though Chelsea Green is my favorite female superstar aside from Io Sky. Lash Legends pushing this Rumble. Loved it. Lash Legend definitely cooked. In fact, she turned the heat all the way up because she even got to eliminate Charlotte and the Bella Twins together. Lash Legend straight up beasted in this Rumble. And I liked that a lot. Also, Sol Ruka got her shine on in this Royal Rumble. Big time. She was one of the final three, and she was killing it the entire time she was in there. I think her ring gear was even like a reference to the Hardy Boys, so that was kind of cool. Speaking of people that cooked in the Rumble, Kiana James. Kiana James impressed me. You know, she got a lot of shine time. She stayed in there for a decent amount of time, and she even did a Samoan drop on Nia Jax. So I take my hat off to Kiana James. You definitely shined in here. And, you know, if this kind of keeps up, I wouldn't mind seeing you get a push even. Because you proved, you know, if they give you the ball, you can run with it. So I like that. Another pro I'm going to say about this show not being the greatest is that, it makes the Elimination Chamber more exciting now. Because now we'll find out who the other main eventers are. I really don't want to see any triple threat matches for championships. Although I do think we're probably going to see Drew versus Jacob versus Cody for the undisputed. Well, I know it's not undisputed anymore, but for the WWE title. So I don't know how that's going to play out at Elimination Chamber. I almost wish Elimination Chamber would have been like whoever wins the Chamber faces Punk, with it being in Chicago. And by the way, your boy is actually going to Elimination Chamber, so I'm pretty excited. But I do think the winner of the Chamber is going to be going on to headline with the SmackDown champion Drew McIntyre. I think we're probably going to get Roman versus Cody. Braun getting dumped out right away, I was fine with it. I don't like Braun Breaker, so I was fine with this. And plus, that that eliminated everybody thinking Braun was going to win, because I didn't want that to happen anyway. I also like that the first women's elimination in the women's Rumble was 2 people. I thought that was kind of clever. So I was definitely cool with that too. I'm always okay with things I see for the first time. And I think that was the first time we had a double elimination as the first elimination in a women's Rumble. But don't quote me on that. Also, the women's title picture is quite interesting now too, because you got so many situations you can go with Liv Morgan now. You could either do Liv versus Raquel or Liv versus Raquel versus Stephanie Vicaire. I don't think Liv's going to face Jade, although we're going to get some teases with that. So all those storylines are okay, although I really don't want to see a triple threat match. I always want to see championship matches be one-on-one. So just with the way the story is going, I would prefer Liv versus Raquel Rodriguez. I think Raquel, although, people can say what they want about her, she looks like she should be a champion. She's big, she's strong, and she's attractive. So I wouldn't mind Raquel going in as champion. I've actually wanted this to happen for a while. Now, I wanted Raquel to win the championship a while ago. So I guess we'll see how this plays out. I would even be okay with it if Raquel won the Chamber somehow. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Also, another pro was Roxanne Perez. Your girl, she was cooking in that Kim Possible outfit. That was probably the best outfit of the night. So now that I've given my pros, my cons, and my what I was mixed on, I'm just gonna go ahead and rate the Royal Rumble, y'all. I think this Royal Rumble was mid as hell at best. I was not excited for it. I gave it a shot, and I just thought it was mid. So I'm just gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5. I really hope they cook better than this at Elimination Chamber. So that is my review of the 2026 Royal Rumble. It was just mid as hell. It wasn't the worst show in the world, but it damn sure was not the best. And also, by the way, too, I guess I'm okay with Roman Reigns winning, too. Yeah, we keep having the same people go in, but, I don't necessarily think Roman Reigns needs to win at WrestleMania either, if you want me to be honest, which he probably will. Don't get me wrong, the World Championship would look good with those side plates, but I'm okay with Roman winning the Rumble. I just don't think he necessarily needs to win the match, especially not against Punk. I think you need to give Punk a big win finally, because the man's been doing pretty good since he's been back. But that is my overall review of the 2026 Royal Rumble.